Well, good morning, world of tanks. It is Guido. We are coming at you with a coffee talk. I'm on the left side of the Atlantic.
And this is Pilgrim on the correct side of the Atlantic, shilling Guido's mug yet again.
Tell us what happened with that shilling. A year of shilling. What's it got us?
We made a sale. We made a sale last week. I had to direct the guy to the right link, but we made a sale.
Oh,
so
yes.
Liquid's in.
Two dinosaurs created a website, put an item on it, and somebody bought something. I mean, anything, that's a Christmas miracle.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that.
Truly, anything is possible after that.
Well, yes, if anybody went out there actually paid real dollars for your mug, then there's hope for the world. There's hope for the world.
The profit margin on that is like -2. I've said it solo. That site is. I got to get a better site. I mean, I like those guys, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that it is, but yeah.
I mean, think of all the time I take to build that mug and get it ready for you guys. Paint it, hand painted.
Yeah.
I have to source the mug from the rainforest of the Amazon, where they're grown naturally without any additives or preservatives.
Absolutely, because it is ethical.
It is
the only problem with hand painting is your hand shakes a lot because the wording is all over the place. You want to stop drinking rum before you do this.
Oh, I was going to say, not after 5 when I start drinking and the shakes go away. It's fine. This is the world's premiere coffee talk about tanks, gaming, coffee, making mugs, the Amazon rainforest. Later on, meeting one of the most famous scientific minds in the world. We'll just leave that out there. Channel news, guys. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. Hey, who's excited, man? Christmas.
Yeah.
And holiday ops. That's, I think everyone's like just holding their breath waiting for that to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the reroll mechanic, Pilgrim, on the boxes?
Sorry, I mean, take.
That's none of my business. All right.
I'm just eating pie. It's fine.
Just stuff your face, man, with pie. Happy birthday to Mrs. Pilgrim.
Yeah.
That's where the yep. That's where the cake is coming from.
Nice as well.
Note that he did not bring enough for everybody.
No,
No.
she wouldn't give me any. She wouldn't give me any to bring. She went, no, not for the Twitchers.
No, it's not our birthday, by golly. It's not our birthday. It's hers. Happy birthday to Mrs. Pilgrim. That's fantastic. All right.
Thank you, guys.
100 Battle Challenge is ongoing. I actually played some NA, mostly because of the Basante and the 274 Alpha. Speaking of which, head over to the YouTube channel and you can find a review on both of those tanks. 274A, I think, is fantastic. You cannot go wrong. You can't. You cannot go wrong. The Basante is cool, balanced, and requires care in use. You can see it there in my garage. It's auto loader or a auto reloader. You can look at it in the review, but the difference is that it's got the Progetto style where it's always loading a shell. And if you wait long enough, you can get your 3 shells. That's how many it has total when it's fully loaded. Towards the very end of the reload, if you shoot before it's totally reloaded, you won't have to wait the whole time for the next shell. It gets up to a 50% bonus for that. It's weird.
Wow.
Because
because they said this is going to be a new mechanic, another auto-loader mechanic.
It is a modification of the Progetto mechanic. And the idea... Now, the reason I know some of this, and we're going to get into this later, I got to sit down with one of the devs and talk about the Italian tanks and a couple other things. Not just me, but the 3 or 4 or 5 of the CCs. So we'll talk a little bit about that later. That was an interesting conversation. I will do a video on that later because there's some other nuanced things. What was interesting to me primarily was that some of the same things were coming out of his mouth that I've argued about and disliked in the past. But we'll get to that.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting then.
But thank you to him. Great guy. Doing his best. And let's just sidebar here real quick on that since we're on the subject. Because one of the things I've said for a long time was completely validated by that. English is not his first language. And while his English was very good, you could tell that he was struggling for the words. And I'm betting that some of what they say is lost in translation, and that the nuance of what they're trying to say gets lost on us. I would love to be able to talk to him in his language and actually have a back and forth. It's kind of hard when there's 7, 8 people asking questions and he just answers a question and moves on, and you can't do a follow-up, because a lot of times the answers beg follow-up questions, or they want clarification you can't get. So you got to take it for what it is,
Yeah.
All right. Boy, we really got off on a tangent there.
Worthwhile though.
Yeah, Basante in 274. EU-wise, I'm at about 850 battles. I'm going to go to 1,000, guys. I'm going to do some content at 1,000, maybe a little bit before. Just kind of go, all right, here's the first 1,000 battles of my EU experience and new account. Take a look at what the stats look like, and then I'm going to make a decision. I think what I'm leaning towards is I'm going to start using some gold for the next 1,000 battles, up to 4 shells per tank. But we'll look at that.
Okay.
DCS content is ongoing. I actually put an IL-2 video out for any of you flying guys. Yesterday was the second video I put out yesterday. And that was pretty cool. So check that out.
I like that. It was nice. Yeah, it was a good video, though.
Yeah, I've got another DCS on the Hogget server. That will be next Saturday. Next stream will be Monday Stack Up, and I think Wednesday, about 9 to 12 standard in the morning. And then I am off on a mini vacation wedding trip. Not mine. Friend's daughter. That'll be out for 4 days. The bummer there is there will be no coffee talk next week on Sunday, which really stinks because I think we'll be in the very midst of the chaos of the boxes by then.
Which we're going to avoid like the plague, and then come back a week later and discuss it all.
What? Now the timing might be that they're not quite out by then. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you have a date? I don't remember if we had a date on when that was supposed to be.
I only had on a holiday ops start date and nothing about.
Yeah.
What was it? 17th?
I've heard 13th, which is Sunday, or 14th or 15th even. But
okay, yeah.
But I've also heard 10th, 11th. And I think
really that early.
Well, yeah. But I think the patch is out this coming week, is my understanding.
Okay. Oh, it is, because it's preloaded already.
Right.
It's preloaded on the.
It has to be lurking closely.
Yeah.
Has to be lurking closely. Hey, do you guys like the new little format with what I've done with the place? I actually learned that you could crop things in OBS, and it took me 3 years to learn how to do that.
Because we're technically minded on this channel.
And I told Pilgrim that I could now I could split us apart and put us in 2 different places, but we felt more comfortable being together.
Yeah, I like being close to him. Keep an eye on him.
We're down.
Send me over there.
We just want to stay in the same little corner of the screen down here where we're comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Or something like that.
Kedge, we'll see. I may have a supplemental later in the day. I come home that day, and it'll just kind of depend. I always say I'm not going to do something, and I find a way to do it. So we'll see. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it won't involve me, guys. So it'll be professional. It'll be professional for a change.
Yeah. So definitely you want to see that one because you're going to enjoy that one.
We're going to split our fan base up here. You realise that?
I know. Yeah. People are like, I like Pilgrim better. Screw that guy.
Yeah. Get an OBS Pilgrim. Do your thing.
I can see why Pilgrim is much funnier than I am. I should just
behave yourself. Well, you see, you're an officer and a pilot. I'm a peasant and a unwashed. I'm a man of the people. You're highfalutin.
I am nothing if not a man of the people.
You are indeed, sir.
Let's see. Indeed. Where were we? Oh, next stream we got that. Oh, coffee. Yeah, coffee talk. Hey, what? Are you coffee or tea? Tea again today?
I am tea. I have Royal Blend again. Imagine I have come to agreement. It is okay for me to have Royal Blend while she sups the Earl Grey, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We've dealt with the Queen, so that's all right.
God, Kedge, that's actually a good idea.
Not a bad idea, is it?
Beer talk if it's later. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is something to consider, actually. I do like the craft beer. I had 3 really nice crafts last night. Very, very good.
Right.
A brewery called Wild Leap up in Georgia. I think it's in Georgia. Makes some fantastic IPAs, hazy IPAs. Oh man.
Well, when I used to partake in the alcohol, I did really prefer homemade brews. You go to these pubs in England, and the little backwater countryside pub, and it's got its own brewery in the backyard. Out these things, and it's beer. There's no head on it, and it's slightly warm, and there's bits in it. But my word, it gives you a kick.
Yeah. Is Pilgrim still low? I thought I fixed it. All right, hold on.
Is it your headset?
No, I'm just going to crank you up a little bit here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now give it a
sound test.
Is that better, guys?
Pilgrim 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3,
Man,
and all the numbers in between.
All right, that is channel news, guys. That is channel news. Missions and specials. Wintertime 12201. 12201. Wintertime 12201. Yes, Stickler says turn it down. Gives you a Cromwell B and 5 XP PRs, personal reserves. So that is, I mean, since Tank Rewards is done, you no longer get the points for that. So those are the 2 items that you get.
Yeah.
Let me shill a bit for Harkonnen's page, the Daily Bounce. He's actually also doing a advent calendar contest style thing. So I think you have to sign into the website and do all that stuff. However, just so you know, he's giving away stuff.
What a good guy, though. I mean, that's straight off his own back. He's not getting anything for doing that. What a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely. There will be a giveaway for me once I figure out what is going on with the boxes. Every year I give away a chunk of boxes, so I am intending on doing that. I'll announce that later. I know how I want to do it, but we'll talk about it later because I'm not sure what's going on with the boxes. So let's figure that out first, and then I will give some of those away.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? There's a lot of blurb on the small boxes and very little information on the large boxes.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that in just a second.
Yeah.
Let's chill. It's Christmas.
Let's chill.
Mama needs a new set of new set of shoes.
Please, God, make his mouth work.
What the hell just happened? All right.
What is Sparky?
I don't know why I have to mess with this all the time now. It's a little bit irritating.
What, to get the browser on?
Yeah, I always have to jump in here. I've got something clicked in. Oh my gosh, that's not it. That was not it, was it? What the heck just happened here? Oh my gosh. Well, We've lost control, folks. We've lost control. Now, why is it giant again like that? What the heck? Let's cancel. Ah, there we go. All right, we're back. We're back. Hold on. Okay, so Chrome, properties. Chrome EXE. Oh, nice. Woo!
There you go. It worked.
Wow.
You tried.
That was amazing. All right. Shilling time, my friends. Let's go to the store. What do we have? Well, the T103 is the advent calendar thing.
Yeah.
So naturally they're selling it. There it is. The BT7 artillery. Go ahead.
Can I just interject in there? Because I've got both shops up. I've got the NA shop.
Mm-hmm.
And we've said this before. And I've got the EU shop up. And on the NA shop, it does a dollar to pound conversion price for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will do the pound price. The Advent, or the what do they call it? The Best Buy for the T103 on the NA account is going to cost me £33.49.
Okay.
If I was to buy it on the EU account, it's costing me £41.48. Everything is more expensive on the EU account. Now, how they price point that, I've got no idea. I mean, it's all right. It's not a huge amount of money. It's £8 or £9 difference, but that's $15 difference.
Yeah.
From the NA to the EU.
All right. So.
Sorry. Anyway, I just
No, I'm with you. It's so but yours has the dollar. Mine has the dollars actually shown. So what the difference really is in dollars, at least from where I am, is it's actually cheaper on EU.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So look at this. Advent T103,
Yeah.
3065, and I go to the EU where it does the conversion for me. It's 2747.
Oh, isn't that weird?
Oh, wait a minute. And then
Isn't that,
what? And then the 103 loaded for me is 4349.
right?
But if I get it on the EU, it's 5387.
Yeah, it's more expensive on the EU. It's 41 for me. It's 53 for you, which is
Oh.
41.
No, but on EU, there's more items in it for some reason. So the loaded on on NA is more items, less. Sorry, NA has 7 extra items. When I go over to EU, it tells me it has 11 items.
That's the price difference then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right,
it's
I
not the
don't work with
exact
that.
same thing.
No,
There's 4 items
Yeah,
on
but-
EU.
that's interesting, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Huh. I don't know, man.
Okay, Joe, absolutely. You see, this is probably another thing about having server roaming. They probably don't want that because there's different price points and different packages on every server. I wonder what the RU's like,
Yeah.
East Asian like, and so on. So yeah.
Oh, by
Sorry.
the way, thanks for the subs. Nanosecond came in early on when we were just starting up, and then someone just did. Was that Special K?
Special K.
Appreciate that, guys. It's very helpful for the Twitch thing, man. Much appreciated. All right, the polar hunting. Obviously, it'll depend on your discount on how you've done. Right now, if I bought it, I'd be down to $45.20. That's approaching reasonable. It's still a little expensive for a Tier 8 Premium, medium right now, so I'd really need to cut another 10% off. But that ends today, guys. So get on it if you're going to do it. Is it worth the money? That depends on what it's worth to you. Is it a great premium tank? Absolutely. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, and as an aside to that, I sort of throw it out there. I did buy it on the EU account because I had a 40% discount, which took it down to £31 sterling, which is whatever, 40, as you said, 40 odd dollars. So it was worth it to me. On the NA account, however, because I haven't played it so much, I've still got another 27 battles to play by the end of today, and for me it's late afternoon, to get it to 40%, which will make it worthwhile. So I'm going to have to buy it at 30% because there's no graduating scale. Wouldn't it be nice if they went 31%, 32%, 33%? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Where you ever get to is then your price point.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So it's not such a yeah.
Yeah, you've done all this effort, but actually, because you reached 39%,
Yeah.
it's still 30% discount.
So I just went over to my stats real quick, even though it's being covered up. You can see that right here, though. I have 41 battles in this thing, and I am at a 73% win rate
Oh wow!
with 1,162 average experience. And you can see it. It's the items are covered up. You can see the numbers. My average damage is 2,087. That's Tier 8. I have Tier 8 heavies that I don't do that much in.
Wow.
I mean, this thing, damage ratio 2.28, destruction 2.58, armor use efficiency 0.65 for a medium. This thing is a beast.
Well, you've got to also put a caveat on it though, Guido, because it's a small sample size and it's a small quantity of them in the game, so people are 100% how to play against it. So, there's a little bit of that, I guess.
That's true. That's true, but because of how much I've played and how comfortable I am with nearly every class and type of tank, I'm pretty confident this is a very good tank based on a sample size of 41.
Right.
And the way I've played it and the way it feels and how comfortable this thing is to play.
Are we talking 430? Are we talking that sort of comfort level?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 430/430U 140 idea at Tier 8. The T44 was never really that idea.
No, I definitely don't do as well with the T44 than I do
Yeah.
with the... Yeah.
Because its armor profile just didn't hold up, / turret profile didn't hold up like this one's does. And the T54 Mod 1 tried, but it didn't quite get there. Because it's not dropping 320 alpha with ridiculo pen. Right? It's not, is it? Yeah. I mean, it's in my review, guys. This thing has everything you want in a medium tank, in a Soviet hover medium tank, just like the 8s and 9 or the 9 and 10s do. Anyway, yeah, I can go
There's
on.
a question on Twitch has asked, does it earn good credits? Nano's asking.
It's actually not bad because it has 227 standard pen. 227 standard pen, guys. There's plenty of heavies that don't even touch that with standard pen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your standard pen is really high. Your average damage is 320. That's credits and experience right there. By doing more damage, you get more of it, right? That's the whole idea. And it doesn't really sacrifice reload because its DPM happens to be, I think, second highest of the tier 8 mediums. Because I think the 416 has that weird super high DPM, but it's hard to employ because it's a weird little tank. This thing is everything you want in World of Tanks for how you fight a medium tank, a Soviet medium tank, which happens to be one of the best kind to play because it's a Russian-developed game and their tanks happen to be some of the best for the way the maps are and everything else. I mean, it just goes to stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. It's just the way it is. So, and its shell cost is only 4,000. Whereas
for the standing?
No, for the gold.
The gold?
And most of the shells at tier 8 premium are 4,400. Most.
Yeah.
And ban, yeah, against lower tiers, it just stomps lower tiers. It's overpowered as far as I'm concerned. And that's not a great thing, but I'm just telling you, if you're thinking about buying it, if you're on the fence on whether it's worth getting as a tank, not necessarily as money, that's up to you, then rest assured it's a very good medium tank.
Well, you've persuaded me.
I
really bought it on the EU.
I think I did.
The NA.
I think I did a good job there. I'm really going to get some kickbacks from World of Tanks. Oh man, I'm going to have my own wing on the moon base.
I'll tell you something. Just as a complete tangent, now you talk about the moon. You guys were the first people ever to get there, and that's amazing, absolutely amazing. I just read on some YouTube channel last night or this morning. The Chinese have got up there and they've stuck their flag up there. Now, what part of the moon is China going to claim off the Americans? Because you're not getting it. We got there first, guys. Or not me, but you guys. You guys got there. You can stick your flag anywhere you like, but it ain't yours.
There's actually an international treaty that says you can't claim celestial bodies.
Oh, can't you?
Yeah,
right, okay.
Yeah, not nationally. So I don't know exactly what the wording is, but people did think about that back in the 60s or 70s. I think there was a discussion about that. Of course, that doesn't stop that someone planted their flag first, does it?
No, absolutely not.
No.
You know, the flag that claimed the moon for the world was American.
Well, didn't the Russians actually land something or crash something on the moon first?
Well, no, actually, Jules Verne did it.
Well,
so, actually, it belongs to the French.
I think that might be true, but I can't remember.
What, the French?
No, the French haven't done anything first. They've never come in first.
No, they went the wrong way.
To our French friends, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I don't have any French friends.
Do you have any French toast? I mean, I don't know.
French toast.
French fries, chips. All right, where were we? Let's chill.
Right,
IS2, the Lowe's is out, the Suma, the Super Pershing. Yeah, not much going on there, guys. I don't think there's anything to add on gold. I would certainly not be buying gold right now.
No.
Wait for the boxes, whatever they may be. And then you may want to re-attack and get gold, because I don't know what the boxes are going to do. Same thing with premium account. I would not buy that right now unless you need to bridge the gap for some reason.
Well, the thing is with premium account, if you're still doing battle pass, there's a whole wodge of it in that anyway. So
that's true.
You know, before you get to the bonds. So you know, if you need a bit of premium, focus on battle pass.
I grabbed 7 days off of the last tank rewards for my EU account, so that was nice to add another week to it.
Yeah.
Vehicles. Still got these packages that were out. If you need a large chunk of vehicles, playing catch up. Carnarvon, the Baby Scorp, T92, and then the standard stuff. Yeah, so we're really in this kind of dead space between Christmas. There's, other than the Advent calendars, the 270 and the 274 Alpha, there's nothing exciting going on. The cool thing about the Advent calendars is you can buy those things for gold. So if you still got gold sitting around from last Christmas, and nothing to do, you can pick up some of these tanks for gold, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's it for shilling there, Pilgrim. There's nothing else to say.
Not really. It's a quiet. It's the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Of Christmas, isn't it? So you can understand that. And I definitely, I take your advice. I'm not spending, with the exception of buying the hover medium, I am not spending a penny until the holiday ops kick in for real, and then we'll see where we're at. So
yeah, Bonzi's on a coffee break. All right, missions in the UI. First of all, Polar Challenge. We want to talk about this now. We might as well talk about this now. We're here, right?
Why not? It's there, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have a 40% discount. Like Pilgrim was saying, you've got to actually finish the one you're on before you get the discount. So I could probably easily push that to 30 today. Obviously, I don't have to since I got it, but that's where I am there. I think I'm on 4 or 5 also on EU.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that would have, if
I'm way up here. I mean, as I said, I've got 27 battles to do today on the account just to get to the 40%. So
oh, right.
I don't think that's going to happen. So.
Yeah. But there was a lot of goodies right there. Battle Pass, I'm at. What's going on here? I'm at 18 of the bonus round.
Where am I at? I managed to get to 6. I'm 22 on the EU account, but I'm 6 on this one. You can see I've not played a lot of NA. That's the problem.
You know what I ran into on EU that I hadn't done ever on NA is I ran out of points to get on some tanks.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I have so few tanks and I'm grinding them.
Yeah.
So a couple of those I kept getting the, all right, you've maxed out your battle pass numbers on that. So someone with a fairly limited garage, that's actually an issue.
Yeah. Can we go back to the polar thing just very quickly?
No.
Okay.
All right, what do we got? Go for it.
I just want to say, if you do whatever stage you purchase it, because I've done it on the EU account, you get a whole wodge of crew skill stuff. It's well worth it because I put the crew, I converted the crew into a 430 crew back into the premium. So I had to use gold to do that, but I converted them into a 430 crew. I then used all the crew booklets to max out. I've now got a 4-skill crew that are now gone back into the premium, but it's a 430 crew. So when I buy me 430, they've got a 4-skill, 5-skill crew sat there going into it.
Are you sure you got the books from that? Because I don't see a lot of books on here.
No, I got.
There's been. You know where you're getting the books. I think you're getting the books from Battle Pass.
Oh, okay, that's why. Oh, I do apologise if I've missed.
No, it's a good point though. It's a good point because I did the same thing. Doesn't really matter where you got them. They're out there now. I think you get this big book at the end, but on Battle Pass,
you get the Universal Manual at the end.
Yeah, Battle Pass has scads of books.
That's probably why I had a load of books. Okay, but that makes sense. But the way I did it, because I've now on my EU account, I've got the 30, which we talked about a couple of weeks about.
Yeah.
So but I didn't have it with a crew. I didn't get a crew with it, knowing that this was going to come. So I've now got the 274. That crew cost me 800 gold because it's only 4 hours to convert to the 430. Crew it up with all the crew books and then bang it back into the polar. Because it's a premium, it'll accept that crew.
Yeah.
Pro rata, one for one. And so you're now sitting with, if you've got crew books sat, sit with a 4-skill crew working on the 5th skill. When you go to play your 430, quid's in. You're not having to grind the crew in.
Yeah. So a couple questions in there. First, a statement that when you guys just made that the crew books are good, I would agree. And I sort of did the same thing Pilgrim's talking about. If you look up here, I have a 4-skill crew. This crew was this crew that came with the 274 Alpha, and I just dumped books on them. And they're all at 4 skills working on their 5th. I mean, holy cow. And they're actually still trained to the 274 Alpha. I haven't worried about where I'm going to put them yet, which I don't think I need to because I have such good crews anyway. Well, that's actually not true. This crew is kind of bad. So I've built this super crew within 41 battles plus a bunch of books.
Yeah.
And the question was, do you get books with the Let me see what the list shows here. Bundle content. A universal manual. It looks like you just get a universal manual.
Yeah, you get the big book at the end. I must have had 2 books left over from Battle Pass on that account.
Battle Pass has tons of books, so that's probably where a lot of them.
That's why, because I did the big book, and then I had about 20,000 XP per crew over, which I banged on all the crew as well. So
yeah,
that's where it's at. But you get Brothers in Arms plus another skill. Do you not?
Ooh, I don't know. Are they brother? I don't know that. Good question.
You get BIA, and you get another skill.
Correct. 100% trained crew with 0 perk Brothers in Arms. All right, so that makes it even more worth it. As everyone knows, the 0 perk Brothers in Arms means that doesn't count as your first skill. So the second skill that crew trains, experience-wise, is first skill experience. So third is second, fourth is third, maths.
Yeah.
Do the maths.
That's it with the S.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. You've learned.
Oh, man. We are selling some 274 alphas, man.
Well, it's information that I found, I did it, and I went, this is brilliant. This is something that maybe not everybody's aware of.
Yeah.
So, and that's the whole point of having a premium tank. Is so you can either crew grind or credit grind, as well as get a good game out of it. So, that's the useful part of it. You can do stuff with your crews with premiums. Awesome.
Yeah. World's premier coffee talk. That's how. All right, back to missions. So, Polar Challenge, Battle Pass, missions. Again, not much going on. The Aurora Borealis thing. I have not been paying close attention to this, but it's been dropping some goodies on you.
Yep.
Like, where did I get that? What is that? Oh, that's from getting the 274 alpha. Remember the extra missions. So if you bought it on the first day, that was that hook for if you buy it on the first day, you get 10 extra missions, and there's a lot of goodies. I forgot. Yeah, that's where that came from. Boy, those are some good things, because I've been really cranking out PRs and stuff with that. Watch Salute, still ongoing. That's getting a little... That's actually kind of necked down a little bit, so now you're getting some kits each day. That's not bad, though. Experience Weekend, that's what's going on today. And this weekend. Yeah. I wanted to bring everyone's attention to this camo. This is pretty cool. It's called Dazzle. And it's a interwar camo that they worked with for ships, and since we have a land ship, I decided to put it on there just to check it out. And I just like this kind of camo. It's really cool looking. Boom.
Wow.
It looks better on a ship, but that's pretty close.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a big enough tank to be a ship, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to put it on the TOG, to be honest. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it was failed. This is actually bigger than a TOG, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
TOG,
but
not longer.
True. I think the TOG is longer. I think you're right. So you could have got 9 of those total, because it was, 3, 4th, 5th, 6th. Yeah, so 9, which is enough to do 1 tank all 3 seasons. So pretty cool. Don't know if you guys saw that. Then you can get an inscription of stripes. Sorry, it's an emblem, not an inscription. And there was a 30,000 experience chunk that got thrown on something. This was NA. E100's on track. You get the multiplier. Oh, stop doing that. Oh, behave. Watt Salute. Oh, there's the rest of the Watt Salute stuff. All right, never mind. Why is it in 2 places? Is it?
I don't know. Isn't that weird? Isn't that hard? Just when you think things are getting better.
What the actual...
I know.
It says the same thing exactly.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
All right, to be fair, the days are different. The days are different. At least they're not together. And at least it's not like Watt Salute 1 and Watt Salute 2 or additional Watt Salute or... Hey, look, an additional salute for Watt. I don't know. Oh, my gosh. Please stop. Okay, community hunting. That's blah, blah. Multipliers on track. Queen Maeve kit is still going on. I finished this, I think. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That was extra goodies for Queen Maeve. The patent is still on track. Oh, stop it. And that's it. other missions are the ×5s and things that you have.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Pretty much, as I said, it's the calm before the storm, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I think so.
Except now I'm not calm because they did that again. With their silly...
No. Can I just interject something there about mental images?
Yeah.
Because you've now raised the stress level because they've messed you around in the missions.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here stressed out as a stressed out thing, because before we came on air, you said you would sing "Happy Birthday" to my house gen in a Marilyn Monroe style. So all I've got now is a picture of Guido in a white dress over an air grate, holding his dress down, singing "Happy Birthday." I'm just completely screwed over. I can't do this.
All right.
Good morning. Sorry.
That's much like Marilyn did. That's only in a private viewing. It's not for public consumption. Eisenberg, what's happening? Sutek says he's not going to buy the 274 Alpha.
We didn't work hard enough, did we? We didn't shill hard enough.
All right.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Sutek. I'll give you 10% off.
Make sure you type in code Pilgrim when you get to the website.
Yeah, exactly. That's the 10% code.
Then a World of Tanks virus will download on your computer and disintegrate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's it for
missions.
Ooh, do we want to go to Holiday Ops? Let's just roll into Holiday Ops and we'll talk about the missions and things there. That was one of the subjects du jour, but let me attempt to get back to the webpage, which was a bit of a disaster last time, but let's see what happens.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, I'm just going to say, if low blows in, that's your surprise. The Australian flag above the New Zealand flag.
Excellent. Low blows in the house. Low blows in the house. I love it. All right.
Yeah, if he is.
Let's see. Where is it? We're going to the... Oh! Did we talk about the loot crate last time? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, we don't need to go through that. Where are they? Does it tell you how many... If I go to here, will it tell me how many people are in? Oh, God. It ain't going to happen. They need 2,000?
Wow.
They're not going to sell that. That ain't happening.
No.
That ain't happening. All right. I could be wrong, but there you have it. Here's the event guide. All right, guys, so we have sort of some of the information on the event. What we don't have is what everyone gives a crap about, really. That's not really true. The rest of it's really cool, but the big one is the large kit, the large boxes, which we don't know anything about. So it goes from the 9th. That's when they actually have a time. There you go. I forgot about that. There is a date, the 9th. The 9th. That is, what is that? Wednesday? Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, yeah.
How did I miss that? Somehow I missed that. Goes to yeah. And Chuck is involved. You know what I mean? Oh, I think we just lost Pilgrim. Pilgrim died. Oh yeah, Pilgrim's out of the pool. I do like where he got stuck though. Oh man. Let's see if he comes back up. I may have to recall him here. Oh, he's moving again. Are you back? No, he just shifted forward. Maybe now we just watch Pilgrim shift to different areas here. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get it back. Geez. All right, here we go. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can find Pilgrim. We'll stop the call. We'll call him back. Oh, he's not gonna end the call, is he? You back?
I think hang on. Camera. We'll do something. There we go. That's how we roll.
All right.
What happened? Discord died. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Just so you know, where it stopped was when you were picking your nose. And your finger was right. Your finger was right there.
Was it like that?
Yeah, it was. No, it was like a side profile. You were like, and then it shifted, and you were like, no, you weren't like that. It did shift though, and you were looking at it like disconcerted, like look like what is going on with this camera?
Right, somebody's obviously clipped that now.
All right.
For posterity. Right.
Disaster averted, my friends. Disaster narrowly averted. Let's get back to the holiday ops. We have a date, like we were saying before you so rudely left, the 9th. And it's Chucky, man. It's Chuck Norris. I think there's supposed to be. Someone was saying he's going to be a commander. So I don't know.
I heard that commander and a voiceover. Now, wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, that'll be great, man. That'll be great. So there's a lot of stuff going on. When I did the reveal video, it looks like exactly what they showed was the garage. I mean, that was obvious. The train came in. This is what the garage looks like. You're gonna have Chuck hanging out and his Bronco right there. Although, is that a Dodge Ram or a Bronco? I think that's a Bronco.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, it's a Bronco. Can I ask a question? If we're going to do a voiceover, if they do, is it going to be like the old Kung Fu movies where the mouth moves and then the sound comes in afterwards?
Hopefully. If they have even a shred of a clue, that's exactly what it'll be. Although he didn't really do a lot of those kind of...
Actually, if it was Bruce Lee, you could understand.
Yeah, he did American Kung Fu movies.
He did, didn't he?
Although I think he in a Bruce Lee movie. That was where he kind of got a start, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did.
I think he was a Bruce Lee student, I want to say.
Yeah, I think because he was a karate guy, and obviously Bruce Lee was Kung Fu. I think they did some work together to formulate, because Bruce Lee introduced his own style, Kung Do, I think he called it, or Kang Do, or something like that.
Oh.
And he brought his own style out, if you like, if that's what they do. I think it combined a little bit of karate that Chuck taught him, high kicks and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Karate talk.
Number one karate talk.
Number one karate talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did some kickboxing when I was younger and stupid.
As you did.
Dude, that's rough.
No, I know.
Yeah. The sensei, or what, I can't remember what the hell he was called. He was mostly taekwondo, but he also did kickboxing. Right. So it was a combination of, the style wasn't a combo, but we did some taekwondo, and then he taught kickboxing, so he was a kickboxer himself. And man, that was... I had a little friend. He was a really quick guy, and I was quite a bit larger than him, but he was faster. I had a lot more reach. So when I got him, I could get him. But man, he was hard to track down, and I would just get pelted constantly. I'm like, oh my god.
See, us little guys, we got our ways.
Dude, I'll tell you, he was quick. He was quick. All right.
Yeah.
Higher the festive atmosphere level, the better the rewards. This is a lot like last year. Guys, there's going to be decorations. There's going to be large decorations. There's going to be a way to get to 50% credit bonus, I believe. Yeah, 50% credit bonus. There's also going to be the slots that open up that you can put different tier tanks, up to 6 or 8 or something like that. And then those will have bonuses to crew experience and XP, so a lot like last year. So there'll be new garage. There's actually a gift, the Panzer Swizzle Sizzle 1C. This dude right here, it just went by on the screen, and it's a auto-loading TD at tier 4.
Nice. There you go. It's free.
Why does everything have to be an auto-loader now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tier 4 for that matter.
Yeah. So, little gift coming at you. 100% crew and a garage slot. There's the garage. You can see we got Chuck being very... Is that all he does? Is he just stand there like that?
Well, he's not dancing, is he?
I hope he should actually be doing karate moves. Like one of the little kids should get a little too close. He should.
Why one of the little kids? That's terrible. I mean, if Chuck Norris doesn't make his living going around the streets bashing little kids up.
All right, so maybe just like a play move. And the kid's like, oh, and then he just presents a present out from behind his back, and the kid, you know what I mean?
Okay, that's a good recovery. Well done, sir.
Hey, how come there were people lying down? What happened right there? This girl cannot skate.
No, she's going backwards as well.
Yeah, we got trains looking good. There goes Santa on the train. And we come over here, and there's going to be another top view, and there's people. Okay, there's that. Oh, Chuck walks around. You can see him walking around.
Oh.
Okay, and then we got the stag in 2021. Yay. Tree. Now, where's the top view where people were lying down? What happened? Over here. What? Oh, yeah, they have the good music. We're having a little dinner.
You got the piano man
This
there.
guy, what happened? What's with these two?
I don't know.
They look like they're struggling. It looked like he was struggling.
He slipped on the ice. That's what it is. Or Chuck Kung Fu.
I think Chuck Kung Fu the crap out of him and knocked him right
Yeah,
down.
he did.
All right.
I think he went to mention something about the large boxes, and Chuck went, "Hey-ya."
Shut up about the boxes. Chuck's like,
Keys. He mentioned keys. That was it.
Chuck's like, here's your reroll.
Yeah.
All right. That's a tangent. Boxes with decorations, standard. It looks like there's missions and ways to get boxes. There's also Chuck is going to give you missions. So not right on. What did we get there?
Thank you.
We got to follow. Thank you so much, Reed Tower. Right on, man. Welcome to Coffee Talk Live, the world's premier World of Tanks Coffee Talk at the 0700 Central 1300 Zulu time slot in both EU and NA.
Yes. All that. Oh, and by the way, if you drink tea, it's cool.
Coffee and tea talk. So you can get the missions from the ladies, and also Chuck naturally will give you missions. But I understand they're going to be hard. It's going to be things like ammo rack, a Type 5 with a 200 with a 100 pen gun, that kind of thing.
Of course it is. Absolutely. I mean, nobody gives anything away free these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's 2020 after all, isn't it?
Take down
And
them.
the 5 keys. What do the 5 keys do?
Kill it.
What do the 5 keys do?
Well, they unlocked Chuck, clearly.
That's what it is.
Chuck was in your original garage you never got to see for the event. That's what happened. He actually broke in and destroyed everything.
You just love it.
Chuck. Shit. And we just unlocked it. Actually, he unlocked it. He doesn't need a key. He just breaks out.
No. He just stares it down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is cool. If you complete all the missions, you get 723 small boxes in 32 days.
yes. Yeah, I read that. I thought that's quite interesting to know.
Wow, I've never seen them put a number out like, all right, here's what you can do total. Okay, so there's 5 decoration levels. Level 1 items are the easiest, and 5 are the hardest, just like the last 2-3 years has been. Each box has 3 decorations of a random level and in-game credits. Has it always been 3? Didn't it used to be 2?
No, it used to be 2. I'm sure it did.
I think also what's going on here is the collections are bigger. There's more ornaments in each collection, and I think are there 5 collections now or 4? I think it's 4 collections. All right, so small boxes. Here's the randomness stuff. You know what's not here is there's no reroll stuff talked about here. That's good news.
No. But, well, that's good or bad news, isn't it?
Yeah, but all the boxes, didn't they have? Yeah, the small boxes from Halloween also rerolled.
Oh, could you? Yes, on Halloween they could. Yes.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah,
all right, guys. So, excuse me. No discussion of reroll here. I like that. I hope that stands for the large boxes. I will tell you that the community guys definitely sent back the response from everybody, and it was almost 100% negative.
Yeah.
That's an over-exaggeration, but it was a high percentage negative.
Well, you know what? It's heartening to hear that they do look at it, because sometimes you think, "Oh, what's the point?" But there is an actual point. If you've got a vote, use it. So, if you were one of those who responded, good on you. Good on you, because it may well have changed things. They may well have been thinking that line, and they went, "Ooh, no, this is not the right thing to do."
Yeah.
So good on them.
So you've got 3 decorations of a random level and a guaranteed item from the list. So one of these other things. 2 booklets, one of these
Yeah.
one of these amounts of credits, a random consumable, which looks like they've got small and large, a garage slot, not bad.
Yep.
Lots of directives, 1 random directive. I guess that's the same as a random consumable, I suppose. So not bad, and possibly receive a large decoration. So,
Right.
oh, I see. That's the one of the 4 large ones. Those are different.
Yeah.
So that's different than a tier 5, guys. A large and a tier 5 is a different thing. You take on missions from Chuck. It's time to introduce you to the special star. Okay. That's not Chuck. Oh, she's talking. All right. That's Chuck. Missions from Chuck. And I thought in here it said there's missions from the ladies too, but maybe I misread. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just from Chuck. Okay. Small bounce. All right.
What missions do we have to get? We got the ladies, but it was completing missions, but it wasn't their missions, was it?
Well, they would give
a
hand you a gift once a day, a small
That's
box,
right.
a small
That's
box. I don't think they had missions, but this is a slight wrinkle because these discount things were tied into the festive level in the past.
Yes.
Now it looks like you've got to complete missions from Chuck to get discounts on different tier vehicles. So if you
interested to see what missions there are.
yeah, if you complete 2, then you have a free tier 2, basically minus 100%. If you do 5 of his missions, you get an extra slot on that thing where you can put a tank in it, and it gets extra experience and crew experience. Chuck is going to give you an extra slot, so there'll be 1 more. But you'll also
Slot.
yeah, the Chuck slot.
Right.
And
Okay.
you'll be getting 6 boxes each time, small ones. So it looks like to get a tier 10 minus 20% off of tier 10s, and I'm assuming it's 1 tier 10, you have to do 32 of his missions.
2 missions.
Here's how you get Chuck as a commander. Did not notice that before. You need to do 27 Chuck missions to get him as a commander.
Right. But he comes with 3 complete skills.
Yeah. Yep.
Why repairs? Why a commander has brother-in-arms? I understand 6th sense, but why not have vision of some sort?
I know. I don't know.
Why repairs?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's still a free skill.
Wargaming, you missed a giant opportunity here. I am very disappointed, actually, because Pilgrim, clearly, if you have a Chuck as a commander, how should he come?
How? Sorry.
What skills should Chuck Norris have?
Right. Well, he should have. I don't know. Go on.
He should have Cliffy just said it, all of them. He should have every commander skill 100%. What a missed opportunity.
True.
What an absolute
11 skills. 11.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? At this point in the game, it's a 10-year-old game. You just brought Chuck Norris in. Give him
That would have been something else, wouldn't it?
That would have been epic.
Yes.
I mean, what is wrong with this company?
Because, and you're quite right, because to get to 27 of his missions is going to be a grind. It's not going to be easy. These are not missions where you just poke the wasp nest with a stick. They're going to be something absolutely hard.
And then you just shift him to the 10th spot and make it 32 missions and go, all right, dudes, if you do every Chuck Norris, if you do all these Chuck Norris missions, this commander has every skill.
Wow.
See,
We could be running the marketing. Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
How much hype? That would absolutely build so much hype for this whole thing. Chuck has 0 RNG. That's actually not bad. That's a good one. I like that. Okay. Small boxes are rewarded for each mission. The discount is applied to researchable vehicles, obviously not premium ones. All right, few people know this, but there's another type of ammo in the game, the Chuck Norris shell. They penetrate all armor and deal 100% damage. That's not really true.
No, it's not, is it? But you can come back on one. A mission can be simplified by using shards. So I guess there's a way to simplify the missions.
Ooh. Every day, 1 new mission will be unlocked. All missions can be performed in parallel. if you miss several missions, you can complete them all in one fell swoop. All right, so that's good. That doesn't mean you have to do it each day. That is, thank you, Wargaming. That's awesome. That means if you miss the first week, you can still crank out all the Chuck Norris missions. Very good. That is huge for people who travel, for people who have lives that have to work, that can't play the game every day. I think accessibility-wise, that is to be commended by the company. So good on them.
Yeah, it is definitely, because I mean, I'm working right up to Christmas Eve, so I'm not going to get the hours in, but over the Christmas break, I could just ram it. So great.
Perfect.
I love that.
Perfect. Now just go back and move Chuck to the 10th spot and put every single skill on him. Wargaming, I'm telling you, you missed the boat.
You need another one of those phone calls.
Oh, you blew it. I didn't even think about it until I looked at it and went, clearly Chuck Norris should have every commander skill. All right. I would even accept if it was just the commander skills and not the radio operator stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
That would be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then when you train him to a certain tank, then it will open up whether he's a radio operator and stuff, and you can add those skills. But just as a pure PR thing, he should have every one of the 3 standard ones and all of the Brothers in Arms, obviously, and then all the commander skills. 100%. All right. Can we just delve into this a little more? Because isn't he like a sensei? Shouldn't he clearly, even if you were only going to do those 3, he should have a jack of all trades and mentor. He should have every skill.
He should have every skill, because he's like Ted Dan Karate, whatever, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
more than Ted Dan. And if you go to the skill for you, Commander, did he not get 4 skills? Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Oh my gosh! Now we're gonna have a fight. Now Chuck is gonna have to fight skill.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I don't know why. I don't know how we're getting on all this, but anyway, when Chuck plays a random battle, the battle timer doesn't count down. Chuck decides when the battle is over. Okay, got it. We can unlock them gradually. We already talked about that. This is pretty funny. When Chuck Norris is your commander, you don't need a tank crew. He can operate a tank with just his pinky. There's a little asterisk. You definitely still need a crew.
Yeah, as if anybody believed it.
And then if you said, once again, if you say he doesn't need a tank crew, he should certainly have jack of all trades and mentor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No one knows Chuck Norris's DPS, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Use 500 shards to reroll it. Wait, what? Do you think my tasks are too challenging? Oh, that's interesting. If for 500 shards, you can reroll the mission.
Yeah, I mentioned that before, didn't I?
So a new function for the Deco Rider thing.
Deco Rider. Yeah. So, because, I don't know about you, but I had like tons of shards left at the end of the last... I did everything. Loads of shards left, which would make the missions easier. But Chuck.
Well, that's interesting.
Nice
Okay, so after completing 5 tasks, you unlock Chuck's special slot. That's what we talked about. Most importantly, you can choose any of the 3 bonuses available. Plus 200 to free experience, plus 50 to combat, or plus 100 to crew. Oh, I didn't know it was... Okay, cool. So that slot, you choose what it is. Okay.
Cool, okay.
I wonder if you can change it. Or if you choose it and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know when it happens.
We'll know when it happens.
I hope you like Chuck's challenge. Yada, yada. Okay, decorating. This is pretty similar. There's large decorations. This time they're completely different, dynamic, and even fancier. Okay. Dynamic, what does that mean?
I know.
All right. Credits, fighting, that's all the good stuff. First large decoration, that's how much they cost in shards, quite a bit. Once you have all 4 large, their crafting is blocked. Large decorations don't increase the festive atmosphere, but each large decoration will help you earn 2.5% more credits, just like last time. So
It's same as last time, yeah.
the festive atmosphere is attached to just the decorations. The large decorations are the 2.5% for a total of 10% extra credits for a total of 50% possible extra credits. Once you get festive atmosphere number 10 and all 4 large decorations, that's how it works. Then we've got the list of goodies for each festive atmosphere. There's the free tier 4 TD, with a crew, some boxes, garage slot shards, anti-duplicator charge. If you've already received your well-deserved reward, you will receive additional rewards.
Well, that means
that is everybody, right? How would you have not received your? Huh?
Unless they're on about the free tank, because not everybody got.
Was there a time limit to getting your well-deserved reward? Is it like if I hadn't logged in all year and I log in right now, will I not get it? I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but okay. And then it's got each of the things. We're going to get some anti-duplicators. Remember, that's the thing that when you get down to the nuts and bolts, if you don't buy a bunch of boxes, the assumption being there'll be a bunch of good decorations in the boxes. I don't know. But when people buy a bunch of boxes, they usually have enough decorations to break down the ones that aren't 5s and get to Festive Atmosphere number 10 pretty quickly. Yeah. It usually only really takes 75 boxes, one chunk. They sell them. That's the highest number they've sold in the past, and it was about $100 US for 75 boxes. Usually, that gave you enough to finish to get your festive level up. It wouldn't finish your collection necessarily, but it would get your festive level up to 10.
Yeah.
The anti-duplicator lets people who are doing it the grindy, harder way. Once they start to get close, they can use that to go. All right, I don't want to get a duplicate tier 5. I just want one that's going to work. That's going to be a new one, and that you use that charge, and you're only going to have so many of those to use. Looks like
Hisenberg wants a spreadsheet with the credit bonus to stack 3 tanks and which one's stacked with the premium tanks, and he doesn't mind waiting. So are we going to knock out the spreadsheet? we're not 13 disciple. We don't do maths.
Yeah, I'm gonna reference you to the various other CCs that. Can sit around and do numbers. That I don't know about them numbers and such, but there will be guys coming out with the spreadsheets on what the odds are and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, here's something I just noticed, Pilgrim. There's a lot of anti-duplicator charges. I think the collections are going to be quite large today or this year.
Yeah.
Because there's 4, 7, 9. 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, maybe 18, because there was another 18 total, it looks like, from that stuff. All right. Snow Maidens will give decorations, not boxes, it looks like. That's interesting. Okay. Each of us is responsible for a set of... Okay, so there's 4 sets. Did they list it here? Pick up their presents 5 times or spend it to reach the 4th presence level. So there's different presence levels.
Right. Have they got a list there? I think.
And you can spend shards. You can actually spend shards to get the presence level. So there's some kind of leveling thing going on with the Snow Maidens. And they will give you only decoration once a day. You can improve the level of decorations. Each time you receive a present, you fill up a special bar. The more times you accept a present from me and my sisters, the higher you raise the presence level. So it will take you 10 days to get to level 4 to 5.
Right, okay.
Or you throw some shards at them. Cost per stage and shards. I'm not really understanding that. Why does it go up? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. It increases in cost. Okay, that makes sense. So 4,000 shards will get you to level 4 to 5 the first day, if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
All right. So presents, new present available. All decorations widget below. Use examples. Okay. What is this? You can use shards to increase the presence level.
Yeah, you can scroll the bar. It gives you information as you're doing it. Presents received from Snow Maidens. 19...
This seems unnecessarily complicated. I see what it's doing. It's yeah. If you go, well, that says 6,200.
Yeah.
And this one says 4,000. 55. Nope. Okay, you add them together. Maths. 55, 61, 62. It is 6,200. It's not 4,000. That's for the levels.
No.
Add those together. The total is right here. Where'd that number go? 6,200 shards to immediately go to the highest level. What does this 19 mean? Stage counter. Oh, there's stages involved. Oh my god.
Yeah, 19 stages to get the minimum level of decorations to be received in presents from snow maidens.
Oh, and see what happens. Once you actually get to the very top, you only get 5s.
Yeah.
Here, it looks like they will also give you daily missions for ×5 when victorious.
Yeah.
Does this mean you're going to get both those, or a possibility? I think what this means is a possibility of a 4 or a 5. Yeah.
Yes, at that level. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So, in order to, no kidding, ensure you're going to get a 5 from them, you've got to drop 6,200 shards, and you'll get a 5 every time they give you a present. So there's another way to get 5s, although this doesn't say anything about not being duplicated.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so you could possibly get duplicates of 5s. All right, so that's how that works. That's a new wrinkle. That was not last year.
Nano wants snowmen, not snow maidens. Okay. Bless. Well, no, quite right. She's quite right. It should be gender neutral, shouldn't it?
This is something I've said about this company from the very beginning with women as prizes.
Yeah.
I don't personally care. I get it. They have a certain demographic that plays the game. I enjoy it personally. That doesn't mean everybody does. But why does it have to? Why are women prizes? I mean, in this day and age, it just seems like a self-inflicted wound. Why would you do it that way? I don't get it.
No, we come back to you've got to think about mindset of Eastern Europeans against mindset of Western. Communities.
Yeah.
Is that it is a very macho society over there in the East, without doubt. Russians, they all love them. Strength comes from being a bloke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you're trying to be an international company, so why not?
Well, exactly.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Chuck Norris is not enough of a man. I'm with you, Sutek. I'm with you. It's a good step. It's a good step.
It is.
I love me some Chuck Norris. He's a big hunk of a man. All right. All right, we've got some.
Sorry, Marilyn Monroe came all over me then.
Happy birthday.
Stop it! No,
to
stop it!
you.
Stop it!
All right. Camos. These are the camos, guys. If you want to take a look at them, you can see the new Christmas camos. Other thing that's cool, and we'll get to it, but also know, in addition to, and also, that you will, once again, be able to go back to your collections from the years past, once you get to a certain level in this year's, and finish those in case you hadn't finished them. And they're usually fairly easy to finish, so you can catch up.
Yeah.
Gather.
That last year. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that is a good one. Gather new collections. So there's 4 collections this time: Christmas, Magic, New Year, and Lunar. I think that's been true for a while.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. It? Yeah.
Was there 4 last year, or was there 3?
Yeah, no, we had Lunar. Yeah, we definitely had Lunar. We had all 4: Christmas, Magic, New Year, and Lunar.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we did.
These are the camos. You can check those out. They're right there. Kind of cool looking. So I'm going to start moving, or no? No. How come those 2 move and the other 2 don't? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. We got it. Oh, stupid. Come on, Lunar. Why don't you... There. Oh. Oops. Come on. No. Oh, my God.
Well, I moved.
Lunar does not want to move. Okay. Get the bonus to credits. More sliders and whatnot. This will show you what your bonus will be based on how far along you are in each collection. The reason I know they're big, if you slide these... Stop it. If you slide these all the way... In the past, they've actually had different numbers, I think. They're all 92 this year. Every one of them has this looks to have the same amount of decorations. That's a lot of... Are these all tier 5? They're all 92 tier 5 decorations.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. And how many boxes could you get? 720?
732.
So that's about this is about 368. I think that's right. Math in public. 368 tier 5s needed. You're only going to get 700 boxes. There's Chuck. I'm assuming that includes Chuck boxes, but I actually don't know that. I didn't read it that deeply. No, you're right, Zaphod. I'm incorrect. Not 92 tier 5 because you're collecting all of the types. Correct. Okay, so that's a little better now that I think about it. That's a little better. But still, 368 decorations and 700 something boxes to get them. Yeah, good clarification, man. You're exactly right. They're not all 5s. All right, cool. And then the festive atmosphere, boom. Well, that's not true. 45?
No, you click on the end box.
Oh, there we go. Well, there's also these things. These are the large decorations. So what it's telling you is get all the decorations in. Does it actually go down or? No, there's a breakpoint. So you don't quite need every decoration to get your plus 40. And then these are the large decorations that give you the 2.5. So at right there, almost all of the decorations and all of the large decorations get you to that plus 50%.
Yeah.
So you do the math, 93 from 90, or 73 from 92, you can be 19 short, is that right? Something like that, 73. No, 15 short. 15 short. But that's pretty close to being done. And then you get that plus 50%. Cool.
But I mean, what Wargaming is, and quite rightly so, counting on is the fact that a lot of people will have time off over Christmas, so they'll be able to. It's not going to seem such a massive grind because you've got, if you've got 10 days off, you've got 10 days to play around with.
Well, and here's the challenge. This event really is the difference between the pay to play guys, not pay to win, pay to play guys, and the free to play. If you're free to play and you're purely going to grind this. This all looks great and it's great numbers, but you're not going to be there the majority of the program.
Nope.
You're only going to get there towards the end, and the entire event goes until, and this is good because it goes to
January sometime.
January 11th. Although I think the bonuses last a little while longer. Where does it say? Building. It does say that the bonuses go to the end of the month, I think. Event extension. We're going to get to it, but the end of January. It says until almost the end of January. So I decided to extend the effect. So not the event, but the effect of those things will go to the end of January, and that's good because if you're in that case, if you're the free to play grinder, whatever you get to, you'll get another couple weeks of whatever those bonuses were.
Yeah, which is good.
So. You'll have unlocked. Yep. So Chuck slot cooldown when you change vehicles for free will increase once every 24 hours. I didn't realize there was a cooldown. But by spending a few credits, you can change them. Okay. All tanks currently placed in your holiday ops slots will continue. The amount of bonus to credits will equal to the highest value you achieved. All right. So you're gonna retain the slots and you're gonna get the bonus to experience until the end of January. All right, cool. The 2018 to 2020 collection stuff is right here. You can get these were camos from the past. So that's what we're talking about when you unlock. And I think that happens when you unlock everything.
Yeah, you've got to have the like the stamp book collection. You've got to have them completed and you get them.
You only need festive atmosphere level 10. Which is not quite. I don't remember how this works. Will this drop my festive now? I'm not sure how you get what you need for 10. It's not all of the. Is it tier 5s in every slot? I think it might be.
Yeah, you've got to. Yeah, it's all got to be complete. Book has to.
No, you don't have to be complete. You have to have a certain number, and it equals, I think, tier 5s in every slot. Close.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't think you have to have all the rest of the stuff. It's usually tied in, but it doesn't. Nothing. It's not showing that here because if I do this, it doesn't change these. And there's no indication of which tier you have. It doesn't say that right here.
So the books don't have to be complete then?
No, as I recall, it's what's decorated on your stuff. Remember, it's what's decorated on your things.
That's right. I just completed the books last Christmas with the spare shots just to make them complete, but it didn't stop me getting the camos and stuff. I get it. Yeah.
Well, this says this one says someone just said you had to complete a book, but this one actually says once you reach Festive Atmosphere 10, you'll be able to complete the collections of previous years. So I don't know if that's a change, but that's what it says for this year. I do recall it was something about you had to finish a book or something last time.
Okay.
But it looks like this year you just have to get level 10. And that is, we haven't really mentioned it, but the different things you decorate in your garage, once you put all tier 5s on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many you have in your books. You just have to have enough tier 5s for all the spots. And then your festive level is at 10.
Is it 10? That's correct, yeah. Hey, Attack Pros, welcome in, mate.
Welcome. Okay, and what else we got? Okay, so the large holodron deco writer, that's how you make the things. Here's the picture of it. Looks exactly like it was in past. They've got the large decoration addition right there. I'm trying to see where the thing for Chuck is.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good. What is
that might just be in the mission UI.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the
large decoration button. Yeah.
Kind of like you can re-roll the... I bet you the mechanic they use is the same way that you re-roll your daily missions.
Yeah.
And then it'll take shards. But I don't know, I don't see it there where it says anything about Chuck.
No, it goes... Normally, you've got your dice 1 to 5 collection. There's no Chuck collection there, is it?
Yeah, so I would imagine it's just in the UI, probably. You turn the anti-duplicator on. It tells you how many charges. You turn it on, and then you set your level 5 thing, however you want to set it, and then when you do that, you don't get a duplicate. That's how that works. But pay attention to the charges, man. Don't go using them willy-nilly.
I used them right at the very end. Like you said, I did the grind last year, and I used them at the end just to make sure I was getting, a new one each time.
Yeah, if you're going to drop, if they sell them in chunks, if they sell a 75-box collection, do that. Get all the 5s out of it. You're going to get. See where you are. You can probably finish, at least get yourself to festive level 10. Not necessarily finish a collection, but you might be able to. And once you do that, you'll have a good idea of what you're missing 5-wise, and then you can anti-duplicator. Do not use the anti-duplicator on anything but a 5.
Yeah, no. I know it sounds obvious, but yeah.
Well, I mean, unless a weird thing happens where as you grind, you just happen to get lucky and get 5s, and you're getting at the end of the thing and you need some 4s. I got it, but as a general rule, early on, do not use them on anything other than 5s.
Low blow, I'll put it up for you, mate. Aussie, New Zealand, but hey, you're all safe down there. And Blues, hey buddy, how are you?
All right, build your own holiday ops vehicle branch. This is where you get the slots to put what the bonus is going to be, and it looks like this type of bonus depends on the vehicle type. Select any bonus type for Chuck's slot. So Chuck can do anything. Oh, I forgot about that. The bonus is attached to the... I forgot about that. So light tanks get free experience. That's sort of irritating. Heavy and medium tanks get combat experience. Can you change that, or is that hard-coded? The type
of bonus depends on the vehicle type. Select any bonus type for Chuck's slot.
Oh, that's so irritating. Why is that a thing?
I don't know why. I don't know why they apply combat experience to a medium and a heavy.
Is that really true? You can build your own. So you get 6 slots plus Chuck's is 7, or is it up to 6 with Chuck's? I don't know. From tier 5 to 10, so Chuck, it's 7 with Chuck's, because 5 to 10 would be 6 slots. All vehicles can place in the free slots, except premium. Well, that's not all, is it? all tech tree. Does that mean reward vehicle scan? No mention of reward vehicles. I guess we'll find out when you try to do it. Vehicles receive a special bonus, depending on their vehicle class. That is so stupid.
Yeah. And that means that it's just ridiculous to do that, because you've got to play a particular class to get that particular bonus, and that is crazy. It can be any tank. Any tank should get the bonus. or any class, should I say. That's hard work, that is, isn't it?
I don't even get it, man. I don't. I mean, it's nice. It's fine. It's a bonus. Got it. But who really cares? You know what I mean? So my light tanks only get free.
Yeah.
If I'm grinding a medium or heavy, that's great. That's good because I can grind out 50%. But if I'm grinding an arty, a TD, or a light, go pound sand. If if I want crew experience, then I'm good to go with a TD and a I don't know. Anyway, so that makes Chuck slot more valuable because you can do whatever you want with it. I don't know wargaming.
Well, that'll be that. I mean, you can. I'm assuming you can change the class and the tank in Chuck's slot as many times as you want.
Yeah. So as cool as Chuck is, even though they missed the boat and didn't give him every skill, this is dopey. I mean, okay, you know what? It's free. I got it. It's cool. I mean, it's free stuff. Noted.
Free.
But meching it that way is dopey.
Yes.
It just is. It just is.
Yeah.
All right, the event extension. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, go on.
No, say it.
1.1 million bonus XP. The heck, Guido. Blows just worked out. He's done some mathematics. As low blow.
Million XP for what?
1.1 million bonus XP. Oh, on your screen. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just saying you're converted.
Oh yeah. Well, I have 103,000 gold also and 107 million silver. That's all from wargaming, man. I mean, as much as I'm giving them grief right now, that last year's Christmas decorations, I'm still living off that and the Halloween stuff. So, I mean, I basically have everything in the game. There's no reason for me to even worry about all that stuff. Which sounds like me bragging, but that's not the point. It's just as I create content and do the things, work with the company. That's what they've been giving me. We'll see how that goes. All right. You know what? This is going long, which is good, but I do need a break because we've been at it for an hour and 20. So, guys, let's have a 5-minute break. So, because we have more to talk about, so we'll just keep rolling. But we'll be right back, guys. As soon as I figure out how to do this.
You're gonna mute me?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not
All right, we are back. We are back. So I think that's pretty much it for the Christmas event. Anything to throw on there?
To catch up on chat a little bit.
Okay.
There is that problem, Blues. I've had that in the store. It goes into text and all the graphics. I've had that problem, but it seems to have fixed itself now. I don't know if you've had that, Guido. When you go into the store,
No, what's it doing?
instead of you have the visual pictures things about various things. It goes into text instead of being graphical, so it's all text down one side of the screen.
All right.
Completely messed up.
Yeah.
Is yours still broken, Blues? Okay. I believe that they're on it.
All right. Cool.
So there was that, and then.
Randall, yes, I had to get rid of the coffee.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Coffee in, coffee out.
And I think Cliffy's right. A word from the sponsors. Did you get the sponsors up there?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do it. All right, Pilgrim.
Okay.
Advent calendar time. All right, Pilgrim's got a more traditional Christmas Maltesers version.
That's the one.
I have the Mandalorian version, and today is the 6th. So let's see what I got. Is yours just chocolate also?
Yes. Yeah. Nothing special in there. Just chocolate. 6.
So let's. Oh, this is kind of cool. The Mandalorian. Oh, jeez, they have little pictures of things.
Oh yeah, on the back of the. Well, there's no pictures on mine, but it's on the back.
All right, the Child 50. All right, so Star Wars.
Thank you.
Little Star Wars chocolate.
Hang on. So that's what's on the back of the door I've just opened.
The chocolate is thoroughly crap.
Malty and nice. Are they? Oh right. Well, you want? Yeah. Let's swap. You have mine. There's my Malteser one. There you go.
No, see, I'm jealous because mine is American chocolate that tastes like wax. Like it tastes like wax and sand.
You guys bought our chocolate factory out as well. Great.
We didn't do it any favors, I'll bet you.
No, well, you bought Cadbury's, and other chocolates are available out there. But you bought
that's why Cadbury's sucks now, probably.
Exactly. They've gone from the normal bar was this big, tasted really delicious.
Yeah.
And it's gone down to this big, and it tastes like crap.
The English chocolate is fantastic. So is German. German chocolate is also delicious.
Oh yeah, German is. Yeah.
But yeah, it's chocolate. A good chocolate is hard to get in the States because it's all waxy. Blah.
It's. Do you know what? Which is odd. Okay, and I say it's odd in the lightest sense of the word. But I found when I used to go to the PX and stuff, is that everything you've got is like, for example, the cinnamon buns, things like that, is big and it's really sugar laden. But the polar opposite of that, in for me, for the United States, food wise, is chocolate. Ours is sugar laden, which is why it tastes so nice and healthy. Why have you got healthy chocolate?
I don't know. I told you it tastes like sand and cardboard dirt.
You got a follow from Lagmaster, thank you.
A follow. Lagmaster, thanks, man. 007, welcome to the show. Coffee Talk. We are talking... all right, so changing gears a bit. I actually got to talk to a dev, guys. Now, it was primarily about the Italian heavy tank rollout and concepts of it, but we did touch on a couple other subjects, and I am going to do some content on that. I want to have a think on it. I don't want to go after him, come off the top rope or anything, and I'm not going to, but I just want to make sure it's level and balanced. But I found some interesting things from him, and it kind of follows along the ideas I've had when I talk about the devs and the way they think in the game. And first thing I'll say, and I already told Pilgrim this, is that the language barrier is definitely a thing. And while he speaks really good English, and I speak zero of his language, there is some stuff lost in translation. And there's some nuances to what he's saying that I'm sure I'm missing, or that he can't articulate because he's not as good with the English language. It's not his native language. So we get into things like, I'll just give you one example. He went on for a while about super test, because the question was something to the effect of, why all the nerfs and buffs and stuff in Super Test, regarding the Italian heavy tanks. And he went into a long discussion about how they're not nerfs. And I think what he was trying to say is, we don't consider them nerfs in Super Test. It's adjustments to balance. It's a part of the balance process. And I thought that was entirely fair, but that's not really how it came out. So when you see these dialogues between devs, these Q&As, and I've done this myself, you go through it and you read what they say and you're like, you're an idiot. What the hell are you talking about? Well, I think a lot of it is the language barrier problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And because that format did not allow follow-on questions and discussion between one person like me and him or anyone else really that was in the forum, it's hard to dig into the thought process and exactly what he's saying.
Right.
So what I did not agree with him, and I think I got this clearly, is, and my big question was, why do the Italian heavy tanks need some kind of special additional mechanic on top of the Progetto mechanic? What would possess you as a developer to take what is obviously a very good, I consider overpowered game mechanic, such as the Progetto has, and then make it a little bit better for the heavy tank? Why can't you just adjust the numbers on reloads and damage and everything and do it that way? And his answer was something to the effect of, well, we felt like it would be too punishing if the heavy tank missed or didn't do any damage. And I went, that's ridiculous. You can balance that with everything else. And I think the real answer at the end of the day is, in order to remain fresh, relevant, new, they have to keep bringing up new mechanics. That is seared into the brain of software developers, especially game designers, that if you're not bringing something new to remain relevant, then you're dying. I happen to disagree with that, but that's the way it is.
Do you feel also something to do with the latest batch of developers that come into wargaming were off the first-person shooter sort of genre?
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
they brought a lot of FP in, didn't they? The developers in.
Well, yeah, a lot of the new stuff is clearly attached to that kind of idea. But I think just as a more general observation of the gaming industry, that you have to bring something new to the table, and it's true. I'm not poo-pooing it completely. You want to be the guy that builds the new game with the new thing. That's the thing, right? You want that. You want to be the flavor of the month. But it starts to become this turnover thing where everyone's always trying to do that new thing, and nobody's really trying to perfect that old thing. And World of Tanks is sort of one of the few that try to do that. World of Warcraft, they're basically the same central concept, even though it's quite different from what it started. Yeah. So your game has to last a long time, but sometimes I feel like that's more by accident, just by being popular, than really developers going, okay, let's build a 10-year game. That's the goal. The goal is a game that's going to be valid and relevant for 10 years. How do we do that? How do we support that over 10 years and keep the core thing that works and improve upon it, as opposed to, oh my God, I have to roll out this brand new thing every 6 months or we die, Yeah.
I think that's a very valid point. I think it's a very good point you make there, is that when a game lasts for 10 years, what you've got is you've got a solid core of players who have invested, if not time and money, certainly time. So if anybody's played this game for 8, 9, 10 years and correspondingly will have invested real money into the game, they want what they want. I mean, people like, I guess you and I don't mind small changes, but I like the perfection of the game as well. I like the fact that they should be, for me, they should be looking at, okay, what's kept us going? We've got a core set of players, let's call it, we've got 1 million players that have spent money on this game, and that's why they're still with us, because they still enjoy it. Mess about it too much. Let's perfect what it is.
Yeah.
I get having fresh stuff, but fresh stuff to me is the new heavy tank Italian line. Don't stick a crazy auto loader mechanic on it.
Yeah.
Need it. Make the dispersion slightly better on the gun or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're worried about missing shots.
So the obvious follow-ups I just wanted to look at them and go, are you serious? yeah, the mechanic is almost unusable in a planning sense.
Yes.
It's going to be very difficult to go, all right, I'm going to set up a scenario in this fight where I'm going to increase my DPM or capabilities or the fight at this place by shooting right before I totally reload, which is going to give me a half reload, which is then going to make the other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing that, I mean, good on you. If you can do that in World of Tanks, people have a hard enough time just finding a shot.
Yeah.
Never mind planning how the reload, if I get to this part of this much reload, then my next reload's this much.
It's never going to happen, because what you're doing is you're focusing on a weak spot of the enemy tank. So you're focusing on that, and your autoload just kick in, fire your shot. You're not going to pull back, do some quick maths in your head, and go, right, I'm not going to pull out and do another shot yet. What you're going to do is wait for that opportunity for that enemy tank to fire back, right, and then pop out and do it. That's what comes into mind when you're doing that. Not sitting doing mathematics.
Well, it's kind of a background mechanic, because what you said is exactly right. And what's going to end up happening is it will be an opportunistic thing. Someone will go. There will be situations where somebody will be pushing you, and you will shoot before you're totally reloaded.
Yeah.
And that next shell will be a little bit faster.
Yeah. You're not going to notice it though.
But you won't really. Yeah, it'll be a background. It'll just be kind of a background thing. I'll tell you where it boofs you. Here's a weird thing that happens. So, even though you're kind of watching all this, and I think the Progetto has the same problem. You're waiting for the reload on that shell, but you've got one or two already in there. So if someone does push you, you just fire.
Yes.
But what happens in my brain sometimes is I think I've got an extra shell, because what I'm doing is I'm on a reload, and when I fire, my brain goes, all right, the one I was on a reload is what I fired, but that's not true. You fired the one that was already loaded. And I find myself going, I'm on a reload, someone comes, I shoot, I'm shooting the one I'm reloading. No, you're not, it's not reloaded. And then I have 0 shells. And I'm like, how did I get from 2 to 0 shells? Like, no, dummy.
Exactly that.
You had one shell, and you were close to a second shell, but it didn't happen. You fired this one over here, and it started reloading this one, and you only had one shell. But I have multiple times done that with this tank going, wait, I had 2 shells. No, you were reloading the second one. You had one.
Yeah, that's happened to me loads of times with Progetto. Loads of times. Yeah, I've gone, what? Where's Michelle's gone? Did I fire 2 at once?
Exactly. And I have sworn, even on stream a couple times, like, what the hell happened? I had 2 shells. Like, no, you had one, and you were almost reloaded, but you didn't wait, dopey. So.
Oh yeah, maybe that'll come into effect.
So that was started by talking to the dev. There was a couple other things in there that we talked about, and I'll get to it. I've got some notes written down on what we talked about. But I think the big things were, the discussion we just had about new mechanics and what they use their time on. The discussion about the barrier in the language is definitely a thing. And then, unfortunately, in forums like that, and I often gave guys grief, and now that I've been there, I get it. It's not like you can take the dev's time from one guy. There's 7, 8 of us in there all asking questions. But it would be really nice to be able to sit down one-on-one with them and do follow-up questions. When they say something, go, all right, can you explain exactly what about this, what about that, how. So
was that a missed opportunity? Because you've got an interview section of your channel, haven't you? Was that a missed opportunity to say, or did you ask him? Would you come on one-to-one?
I that channel's open. I can always ask him directly, and that's one thing I have considered. If maybe I could get just to sit down. I mean, I'm one of the smaller CCs, so. Especially when you consider their EU guys are so gigantic.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't ask the question, you don't get the answer.
That's true.
Do, so.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah.
And the thing is, you've got history of interviews, and also, the precedence is set. They've done them before. They've done CC and dev interviews.
Yeah.
Deathman says good morning to you, Guido.
Hey, Deathman, good morning, man. Yeah, so that may be something in the future. That was cool. So we'll get that stuff out at some point. We did the holiday ops breakdown. We did the Advent calendar. Today is the T103.
Yeah.
Real quickly, there's World of Tanks coffee out now. Did we ever find a link to that?
It wasn't from. I didn't find it on the Wargaming site.
Was it on Harkonnen's site?
Yeah.
Giveaway, Chuck Norris. Yeah, there was an article somewhere. It's a outfit out of Australia that does some support for Australian military, and I think the website that's attached to it is a website that talks a lot about leadership through Australian military leaders. That's kind of the trend of it. But I thought I had the article, but I'm not really sure where it went. Anyway, it's out there.
Okay.
Colorblind mode, guys. I did test that a little bit with Pilgrim. Obviously, I'm probably not going to play with it because it throws me off a little bit. The colors do, but I think I can set it in replays. So I may end up start doing that. But I need to remember. I don't have any videos right now set up with it, but I'll try to remember to turn on colorblind mode on some of the replays and see how that works out for you guys. Because I know some of you.
If it's any help, Guido, I've when I've uploaded my replays onto the replay site, the What Replays, it converts it back to non-colorblind.
But I think when you start, you can there's still a settings function in the replay.
Okay.
So you can get into the settings. And I think I can probably click it and it will switch it over in the replay itself. Yeah. But that I need to test. I've been meaning to do it. So that's still on the front burner, guys. I'm working on that. All right, tank chats. We got to do this because this is fantastic. All right. So, all right, guys. Let me get this called up. Our man, David Fletcher is back at it, and this is great. This is the beginning. So he's talking about the Churchill Mark 1 and 2. We have a good laugh, a little bit at David's expense, but that's fine. Obviously, very smart guy and knows everything about tanks. But I love his straightforwardness. Maybe that's what I like about him. Is he just says it like it is. So all right. So he's talking about the Churchill tank. Here we go.
Since they are the lead-in to the Churchill, we ought to start with them. Now, the A-20 was built at the outbreak of war, and so at least they started it in September 1939. It was regarded as a heavy tank, meant mainly to cross wide trenches. It was referred to as a shelled area tank. It was also known under the title char de fortress, which is a French term for a virtually indestructible tank, which is a load of rubbish. It wasn't anything like that.
I just love the guy.
Dude, that's so awesome. Which is a load of rubbish. It isn't anything like that. And I think what's funny about that is if you translate that to World of Tanks, where the Churchill is supposed to be this heavily armored tank but gets shredded constantly. I mean, I just thought that really fit, actually, for World of Tanks and the Churchill tanks, which don't have a great reputation in World of Tanks. It's supposed to be these heavily armored beasts, but they just get destroyed right and left.
Absolutely brilliant. Love the guy.
Blues, I don't know, man. Yeah, Randall, there's a lot of CCs. If they gave a 1 versus 1 for every CC, then does it? Well, yeah. But I don't, you know what? This is a whole other subject. CCs are CCs for a lot of different reasons. Not every one of them has a YouTube channel. Not every one of them streams. Not every one of them does anything daily like I do. I mean, I'm one of the few that does daily stuff. A couple of them hardly do anything as far as videos, but stream a lot. So I don't do daily streams. A lot of them do daily streams. So it's a time thing. It's what you have time for, what your talents are. You don't. And I did a video probably, I don't know, 6 months, maybe a year by now, about how to become a CC.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to do with just being a good player, just being a YouTuber, just being a streamer. It can be a lot of different things. So. If you're creating some kind of content and benefit for the company, and not necessarily because you're shilling for them directly, but because you like the game and you're contributing to the community, hence the name community contributor, you might get asked. It just kind of depends. So there you go. I did not get my battle button trophy, Wayne. It has not shown up. Apparently mine got lost somewhere. So I don't know if I'm gonna.
Yeah. Send you one. Can they not?
It was mentioned they might be trying to resend it. I don't know if it's a lost opportunity or what. It got sent. It was supposedly here, but because it was a PO box, I don't know why the United States Postal Service and the various other shippers, FedEx and UPS, have such a pissing match about PO boxes. But
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, to be fair, we had that problem.
Yeah, we had the exact same problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to go pick it up.
Yeah, but Teespring did send another set out, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that was cool.
So we got it done, and I actually gave them my actual address for that to the company. So if they resend it, it should come to me
Sure.
directly. I'll let you guys know. I don't know. Tank chats. All right, I think we're about done. Except for, did you have anything else other than your story?
Oh no. Well, I've got one very quick question. Somebody asked me last week in chat about the T150 using a HE shell that shows a green marker on the enemy tank. You know, the little green dot. And the question was, does the HE shell, if it shows green, penetrate and cause damage, or just causes damage? And I didn't know the answer to that.
It should. Well, if the marker works the same for everything else, it means it has a good chance to penetrate. If an HE shell penetrates, it does a lot more damage, as opposed to detonating on the outside of the tank.
Yeah.
Which is why getting around the side or behind or hitting a weak spot with HE, that's one thing people don't understand. If you can hit like a hatch or a view slit or a weak spot, whatever that weak spot might be with HE, even if it doesn't pen, that's less armor and it will do more damage.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about with HE. A lot of people just blap it, and that's part of the beauty of it, because a lot of times, let's say a KV2, you just come around the corner and yell Stalin and hope it hits something. But if you do have a chance to aim, or you're doing a light tank that has a good HE gun and you can get around behind stuff and hit them into the back deck or down into engine decks, that's a really good one. Engine decks from slightly above with HE shells, and if it pens, it's going to do a shit ton more damage. That's where these 950 damage shots from KV2s come from. You know, if you delete another KV2, you penned a weak spot or you just pen the armor. You know, yeah. And usually when a KV2 erupts, like the other day we were playing and I one-shot that KV2 with another KV2 with an HE shell. I'm assuming I went through to one of the view slits or something. Luckily, I just shot at him and he just went, whoop, gone.
But there's also, you educated me on this. With a HE shell, if you hit the ground underneath the tank, you've got the soft armor underneath, that will also do damage.
Yes.
So if your HE shell misses the tank but explodes underneath, you can do damage.
Yeah, the Type 5s, when their HE shell was so good, Type 5s and Type 4s, I would often just shoot underneath the tank. And it would do 500-600 damage because it would go up into the light under armor of the tank.
Yeah. Cool.
Which is why sometimes hitting a arty shell next to something and not aiming at it is not a bad idea. Yeah. Because if you can get up under
the high arty tank.
Yeah, if you can get up underneath it, yeah. Now there's some mechanics in there. It takes the closest armor it hits and some other stuff. So I mean, I don't know how complicated or involved their physics or mechanics are for HE. I remember they tried to rework that a while ago and tossed it because it wasn't working. So, all right, cool. So you had a story?
I have a Pilgrim story, which is a story.
All right.
So this is about a chap which I'm pretty sure everybody will know. Everybody will know of anyway. Professor Stephen Hawkins. Now, I live in Cambridge, UK, and so did Professor Stephen Hawkins. And I didn't know this, but he generally, he would go out and about around Cambridge. He loved the city, he loved the university, he loved the shops, everything. So a few years ago, I was out Christmas shopping for the good lady.
Cambridge is a cool town.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's proper old school.
Yep.
It's got hundreds and hundreds of years. It's got the university, obviously, and hundreds of years of history. Yep. And the whole shopping experience, not that I'm a shopper in any way, shape or form, unless I have to, which I had to go and get a Christmas present later. But I was at it's called a Grand Arcade, the central shopping, I think you guys call it a mall.
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah. There's a Grand Arcade. There's a shop in there, Victoria, which, if anybody wants to Google it, it's basically fancy undergarments for ladies. Okay. I mean, this was a couple of years ago, so, you know.
Victoria's Secret?
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd pop in and just have a browse, as you do. As you do.
Yeah.
Under the pretense of buying the good lady something for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I popped in Grand Arcade. I'd done some of the. There's another shop. There's a Man's Outfitters opposite, which I generally go to. It's my tailor. He's my tailor, by the way. So I popped into my tailor to have measurement for a suit, jacket, rest of it. But after that, I went into Victoria's Secrets just to see a bit of shopping for the good lady to wrap up for Christmas. I come out of Victoria's Secrets, and lo and behold, there's Professor Hawkins in his chair at the window of Victoria's Secrets with his. He has a helper. He used to have a helper. Always help. So I was aghast. I was like, this is Stephen Hawkins. So
do you think he was contemplating the Big Bang?
I think he was talking black holes at that point.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay.
So I mean, I was starstruck, but I didn't want to go, can I have your autograph? You know, because he couldn't write on the sheet of paper. But anyway,
Oh my gosh, there we go.
That's
a different thing. Hand it to the helper. Put the pen in his mouth.
Yeah, this is actually about his sense of humour.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very good sense.
He's an amazing man. Was an amazing man.
Absolutely amazing. So I said, I don't mean to interrupt you and tell me to go away or whatever, but wow, fantastic to meet you, Dr.
Yeah.
It's just like it's amazing. And he sort of, he did his eye thing and he said, yes, it's amazing to meet you as well. All right, okay. Like you know me. So, are you thinking of popping into Victoria's Secrets for anything? And he come back with, I don't think they have anything that would actually fit me or suit me. However, I'm only window browsing. I was like, you are a star, sir. You were absolutely. I got straight on the phone after he left. We said goodbye and everything. And I was phoning the house still. I was going, guess who I've just met? I've just met Steve. And she went, yeah, likely story. I went, no, it's true. And I never even thought about getting a photograph.
You're like,
yeah.
And nothing at Victoria's Secret fits him. But I thought different. I bought him a little number.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Well, I used to start, and he didn't mind. He's a very humble guy. He didn't mind having a chat.
Yeah.
And he he was just so funny. I just went, yeah, I'm blown over. I'm absolutely blown over a minute ago. But apparently he used to go out every weekend and trundle around the shops and meet people and say hi, and he was just totally genuine. Lovely guy.
That's awesome, man. That's great. I'm trying to find Victoria's Secret so I can find the scene of the crime here.
Yeah.
It had to be near here somewhere. What do we got here? There's the Levi's store at Skechers.
Hang on.
Surely Victoria's Secret. This is pretty cool though. There's the Skechers. There's Starbucks up there.
Oh, what have you got? Let me get your channel back up again because it's
dark. We've gone dark.
I'll guide you. There's my tailor's is opposite, called Charles Tyrwhitt, spelt with a T-W-R-I. It's
a pretty big place though. Castle Fine Art. Yeah, all the pictures are from relatively the same spot. Chelsea.
Yeah, it's ground floor. You're at the first floor, right? See, it says Levi's.
Yeah.
You go back to Levi's.
Yeah.
Hang on, your Twitch is catching up with me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Victoria's Secret is on the opposite side of that.
Oh yeah.
He's on the opposite side of it. Yeah.
Nice.
So that there's a tailor's next to Levi's, which is my tailor's, Charles Tyrwhitt, and then opposite that is Victoria's Secret. So, yeah.
Nice. The scene of the crime, guys. The scene of the crime. All right, there was a question I was going to answer. Titan Blaster says he got his first tier 10 last night. 110E4. How the armor on the Basante. Congrats on the T110E4, by the way. Nicely done. First tier 10. That's always really cool. And the Basante. I have a review out, so go to my channel, Guido1212, on YouTube, and you can check that out. The Basante is fun, but it requires a bit of care because it's a heavy that doesn't have great armor. It's got good situational armor, but it's easy to get caught out. It's nice that you can drop 1,000, with that burst damage, but because the pen's not great and the gun is very derpy, it's hard to bring all of that burst damage to bear. So I think it's definitely a cool tank, and it'll be something that'll be fun to get if it is indeed in the boxes, which I assume it is. I don't have any actual definitive info on that. But be careful about thinking you're just going to roll up to people and smash them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because that's exactly what I was going. So it was cool.
Yeah. I think Blues Traveler actually just put the link right there. So thank you. Well, all right, Pilgrim. I think that's good. Lord, that's almost 2 hours of coffee talk. That was a good one. Maybe that's good. So we stored up a little coffee talk for you guys since next week is not going to happen.
Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But holy cow, there should be a video later on in the week once the stuff gets dropped. Maybe Wednesday we'll be able to talk about it on stream if no kidding the boxes are out or some more information's out. I don't know. We'll see. But we should be getting. What was it? It said the 9th though, didn't it? Was that the date?
Yeah, I think you said Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday. Let's see. Go back here. It says. So we might be able to talk about it on stream. That would be cool. Yeah, Wednesday, December 9th. So
Okay.
hopefully on Wednesday when we stream, provided I do have that day off, which I think I do. That's a soft schedule. We should be able to talk about holiday ops. That'll be cool.
Awesome.
All right, that is it from the left side of the Atlantic. Thanks for coming, guys. As always, thank you for the follows and the subs. Appreciate your time coming out and hanging out with me and Pilgrim. Guido signing off.
And it's Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.